So the jury is still out on whether or not Teairra Marie and Lisa Bloom is really out here finessing us for some headlines. But one thing that I think we can all agree on is Akbar should not be allowed to walk around these Hollywood streets gazing in our eyes, whispering sweet nothings, and, you know, he should be held accountable for getting us to where we're ready to risk it all. It's Justin Diego back with another Bingeworthy video, and today, let's pretend that I didn't miss the last 2 episodes and talk about what's now. Let's talk about why Love and Hip Hop Hollywood episode 9 was not worth getting an extension on my cable bill this month. Okay, so this episode was basically like the Teairra Marie show, so let's just start with TT. Teairra Marie is looking like a whole fool to me, guys, but I can't even really judge you, sis. I'm just glad that she knew enough to know that she needed to hide from the public.
My boyfriend and exposed me to the world. I went back hoping that he did not leak those sex tapes.
Then our fave, Brooke, came through speaking facts. Like, I just love how Brooke really kept it real and held Teairra Marie accountable for her BS. Like, do you guys agree with everything about this situation? Or do you feel like Akbar and Teairra Marie are like low-key pulling some type of weird publicity stunt? I mean, I know Lisa Bloom is a legitimate lawyer, and at the same time, maybe her legitimacy has taught her how to legitimately finesse us and like get away with like constructing a fake lawsuit. Like, that could go either way. I mean, to be clear, her most popular client is Black Chyna, and then now Teairra Marie. Like, these girls are both reality stars and both thirsty for a moment. I think that it's definitely a red flag that Teairra Marie's friends are turning their back on her, in air quotes. As much as I love Brooke and Moniece, like, obviously, both of them are technically only showing up to support TT for screen time. Like, these girls, they otherwise wouldn't have that many scenes. I love you, Brooke, but girl, like, you just be riding everybody's storyline now. But I think that it makes sense for Nikki Baby not to have been there, because Nikki is actually a legitimate businesswoman. Like, her and her mama be actually running things in these Hollywood streets. Now, I understand what Teairra Marie is saying, but I'm siding with Nikki on this. At the end of the day, I cannot expect my friends to be acting crazy with me. Like, y'all supposed to not call the police on me, and y'all supposed to have my back, but I don't expect y'all to like get involved to this level with my bullshit. Like, stop it, Teairra Marie. Girl, I'm just happy that they were smart enough to go ahead and move past it.
You've been there for me, and I think many times I've been there for you prior. So you know what? I apologize if you feel like I wasn't there and I didn't get to explain myself to you.
Because I would not even have been able to pretend that they would ever really hate each other, because Nikki know what it is and Teairra Marie know exactly what it is. Now, let's talk about how K Michelle is back to business, or back in Teairra Marie's business, rather. The shade of it all, though, like, for K Michelle to like sum it all up, I'm really just mad at myself because I did not think about this. Like, I did not think about how similar this Nico and Mimi scandal on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is to this situation that Teairra Marie and Akbar are going through. Like, to be clear, y'all know I don't really watch those other Love and Hip Hop shows. I really love Hollywood because of the people on the show. But I have to admit, I tuned into Love and Hip Hop Atlanta because I was a little old thot and I wanted to see some action. And I was disappointed because it was all just like a scheme that Todd set up to come to Atlanta with the BS. So yeah, I'm trying really hard not to make this whole like review / commentary about Teairra Marie, but at the end of the day, like, the whole show was really about her. But I have to give it to Love and Hip Hop. They really did try to like mix it up and show us some other people, but I really don't understand why they keep trying to make La Sierra and Candy happen. Like, I just stared at the screen the whole time wondering, how do I get my money back? Like, I did not like overdraft my account to pay the cable bill for nothing. Like, I do not want to see these people. I know some of y'all told me to put some respect on J. Will's name, but I thought about it and I really considered it, but I'm sorry. I'm just not moved. Like, I'm not impressed, and I could not be more unshook. Okay, here are my final thoughts on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood episode 9. The episode was cute, but again, it was not worth tuning in. I'm sorry. This is something I could have caught on DVR and made a video next week about. It was not that big of a deal, and I can't believe that this was the episode of the season. This was supposed to be so juicy. But maybe we'll be surprised. Maybe they're holding off and the story will get even more juicier. Hopefully this Teairra storyline has not climaxed, because if that was the climax, I'm so over it. Anyways, I thought this episode was okay, I guess it was worth getting on a payment plan, but I want to know what you guys liked most about episode 9, and I'll be back the same time next week. And also, let me know if you guys want me to do my commentary on Ray J and Princess's baby special that's premiering next week. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you Hollywood stars on the next one.